This is called Living for the White Race. We are today living a monstrous lie, a white lie, the lie of the white race. We are in disgrace as slaves of the white race, the Europeans. We live our lives in ignorance, without truth, without honor, without justice. We have been taught to falsely call a man named Jesus the creator of the universe. We have been falsely taught that we do not own our own lands or the wealth of our lands. We have been falsely taught that cowardice is a virtue, that treason to our people is a virtue. We have been taught many lies and to accept injustice, to accept dishonor, to accept disgrace. We have been robbed of our dignity as human beings. We have been robbed of our land and its wealth. This cannot be said too many times. We have been robbed of our dignity as human beings. We have been robbed of our land and all of its wealth. We have been robbed of our history and our honor. We have been robbed of our warriors, the defenders of our people. We have been robbed of our reality, our connection to our Creator. We have had 95% of our people killed by Europeans. We have had 70 to 100 million of our people killed throughout this continent. And it doesn't mean anything to white people. But what is worse than that is that this genocide, this killing of 70 to 100 million of our people, it doesn't mean anything to our own people. Amongst us today, there is not one semblance of warriors, real warriors, warriors that defend our people as a life dedication, as a way of living, as a way of honor, as a way of dying, as a way of freedom. Amongst us, cowardice is popular, and we laugh at cowardice even when we see it in the mirror. We sing songs of treason and songs of selfishness and songs of the coward. Cowards are our heroes. Traitors are our role models. Selfishness and greed are our ideals. And no one yells at us, cowards, traitors, fake white people. No one dares. Then there are the New Age danzantes, the concheros, the matachines that use our heritage to make fools and clowns of our people. They make sacrilege out of the rituals and ceremonies of our ancestors. At the powwows and sun dances, it's all for show, all for money. There are no warriors there. We have no warriors anywhere. Or else they would be fighting for our freedom, educating us, liberating us. There are also the Marxists amongst our people who don't care about our people or our nation. There are the capitalists amongst our people who thrive on colonialism, white supremacy, and capitalism. Both of them betray our people. There are also the so-called Christians who spit on our ancestors and enjoy being on their knees for the white race, for a place in a pretend heaven, in a white heaven, with a white Jesus and a white Mary and a white old man in a beard. We are too deep in this shit of colonialism and white supremacy. We are too deep into selfishness and sex and drugs and the hypocrisy of the Christian religion and the hypocrisy of white culture. We pretend too much that we know who we are, what our history is. As we dye our hair, bleach our skin, dream of having white blonde children and blonde grandchildren. We watch Hispanic, Latino TV, listen to Latino music. We are such ignorant cowards, and we all play the game of cowards. Tomorrow we will do something about white supremacy. Tomorrow we will grow some courage. Tomorrow we will study our history and our heritage. Tomorrow we will confront all of the vendidos. Tonight we get drunk and have sex. Tonight we spend money and do drugs. Tonight we will cry and watch TV. Tonight we will dream of becoming white people. Tomorrow is the coward's song. We pretend too much. Even those who do know and who have studied our heritage, we sit back waiting for the super train to liberation as we kick back intellectualizing and bullshitting ourselves into no action. We pretend too much, speaking out of both sides of our mouth, being proud Americans, Mexican Americans, Latino Americans, Hispanics, wrapped in the red, white, and blue, the flag of their fathers who killed our mothers and fathers, the flag that stole our lands from the point of Columbus to the Pilgrims, the flag that now kills people all over the world, the flag that steals the land and liberty of others, that steals oil and resources of other nations, the flag that steals freedom and independence. We pretend too much with escapism and MTV and iPod and hip-hop and rancheras and narco corridos and the songs of cowards. We are wired to music, to dancing and partying, to drugs and alcohol. Our culture is white culture. We are fake white people. Music negates our existence with pretense, with escapism, with phony dreams, with phony realities. Even with hip-hop and so-called conscious music, it is filled with phony revolutionaries and phony revolutionary songs. We live our lives in sex and its escapes. The whole industry depends on our sex drives, a whole industry. We live our lives in materialism, a materialism that is part of capitalism, part of the white race. We pretend because it is better to be fake whites than to live the real lives of warriors with real thinking involved and truth in our lives and demands for justice. We pretend because we have been bred for cowardice and we are very good at cowardice. Because we live our lives for the white race, we are living our lives as ignorant cowards to keep the white race happy and rich and powerful. You know what you need to do to liberate yourself and to liberate our people. Just do it. You need to do it. Or you can continue to be a coward living as a slave of the white man's world.